If you've been driving around in the Washington, D.C. metro area, chances are you've seen some billboards or street signs advertising companies that buy houses. Oftentimes they say things like, "We buy Washington, D.C. houses," or "Cash for your house," or just "We buy houses." Hi there, I'm Brad Chandler from Express Homebuyers. I want to share some information with you regarding the need to sell your house fast in Washington, D.C. You may ask yourself how to know if the local house buying companies out there are honest and credible, because many times they all look the same in the beginning. We are going to walk you through some important things to look for when deciding if you want to work with one of these companies. Buying and selling houses is a valid and respectable profession that can help communities and house sellers in many ways, but unfortunately there are some shady and dishonest people who put money ahead of the well-being of their clients, and these are the ones you need to avoid. We'll help you avoid these shady house buyers so you can work with honest, ethical, and reputable local companies who can buy your house for a fair cash offer. If you want to learn even more about We Buy Houses scams, please click the link on the screen now. The first tip is to ask some important questions to make sure they're reputable, knowledgeable, and honest. Ask them open-ended questions such as, number 1, how do you help your clients? Number 2, can you tell me more about your services? Number 3, what aspect of your business makes you the most proud? Number 4, how would you describe your investment philosophy? Number 5, how can I know that you'll close on my house when you say you will? The second tip is to look for telltale signs of tactics that some of these shady operators tend to use, such as the kitchen table closings. This is when the buyer tries to get you to sign the deed of your house over to them at your home rather than a professional place like a closing attorney or title company. Most reputable buyers will perform the actual closing of the sale at a neutral third-party place like a title company to ensure that everything is done honestly. The third tip is to be careful not to be pressured into a fast closing. If a buyer tries to pressure you into selling your house and says that you have to make the decision today, be cautious. Most reputable house buying services will make you an offer that will be on the table for at least 2 to 7 days to give you the time to make a decision. The reason reputable house buying services like ours at Express Homebuyers place deadlines on offers is because the market changes and values can change week to week depending on other sales in the area. Because we buy multiple houses a month, when we make you an offer, we're assuring you that the cash to purchase your house is ready, and we'll reserve that cash for several days, making the close based on a schedule that's convenient for you. Lastly, most scammers are looking for a quick score and not an in-depth interview, so chances are good that they'll find excuses to get off the phone with you quickly and move on to someone who doesn't ask too many questions. Even though there are dishonest home buyers, fortunately, there are honest and trustworthy ones too. The reputable companies help people improve people's lives by getting the homeowner the money they need right away. People often need cash to cover unexpected medical expenses or to relocate to be closer to relatives. And our company can make that happen in just a few days, which will give you peace of mind. A reputable company will help sellers get rid of burdensome properties without the hassle of having to list it with a broker and wait months and months for a sale. These reputable companies also create local jobs by hiring plumbers, contractors, electricians, brokers, title reps, loan officers, administrators, and many other folks along the way. The average real estate transaction involves 86 people from start to finish, and our investments help create jobs for people around the Washington, D.C. metro area. Another thing that a reputable company does is buy U.S. products, spending tons of money on materials that are made right here in the great USA, which creates jobs in our timber mills, factories, supply shops, distribution centers, and more. The U.S. economy depends on steady improvements, and that requires investments from companies like us. A trustworthy company such as ours strengthens the Washington, D.C. neighborhoods because when we improve a house, we're increasing the value of the entire community, often repairing abandoned and neglected houses, turning them into beautiful homes for families. And finally, a credible house buying company increases the tax base because when a new buyer takes over one of our properties, they'll pay a higher tax rate based on the new and improved value. Those taxes go to pay for our schools, fire, police, libraries, streets, and other valuable pieces of infrastructure, which improves our neighborhoods. Many people think of house flipping as a get-rich-quick scheme, but in reality, it takes a lot of time, coordination, and hard work, as most of our work is coordinating with many people to make sure things are happening efficiently and on time. True investors like us, who run honest and ethical Washington, D.C. house buying services, are building long-term businesses based on relationships and community development. So when you're looking at one of the We Buy Houses in Washington, D.C. companies, never be afraid to ask questions. We'd like to make you a fair offer on your Washington, D.C. house, so please call us today at the number below.
Express Homebuyers, we buy your house in 7